Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and the same person that sent me that drawing the other day is having trouble doing this one. And I already found out why it's doing it. So if we select them all and go to intersect, you see a problem right there. It only intersected one number. It's because these numbers aren't part of the group. So let's change our nudge factor. Let's see how big this thing is, 12 inches. Let's change our nudge factor to 13. And let's nudge this out of the way. Well, that's part of the deal. So let's nudge it back. And then select all this and Control G to group it together. Then select all this and now go to intersect. It intersected, but it didn't take the numbers. That's not a problem because later on after you're through, we can ungroup them and send those numbers over there. So that's not a problem. The problem that I can see so far is going to be the interior parts of these letters or these parts. They are blue on the background, and I personally don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to try. I'm going to make a copy of this, hitting the plus key on the keyboard. Then I'm going to make another duplicate, move it over here. And on this one, I am going to, for some reason, I have to convert it to a bitmap. That's okay. Say okay, doesn't matter what kind. Then trace the bitmap. And I'm just afraid of those interior parts aren't gonna, we're gonna have to fill them in. Takes just a second, it's there. We've got a leak on that one line. And see, one number came through. So this is a bitmap, you can tell by that. I'm gonna go up to Object, Group, and Ungroup, and grab that and just take that out of the way. I wonder if we just can't get rid of these lines or these parts. I'm gonna have to go to Object, Break Curve Apart. So see, that's really messing up. You know what we're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to pick right now what color you're gonna make your background. And let's say we're gonna make our background, we're gonna take the Smart Fill tool and we're gonna make the background this orange. Now I'm gonna Smart Fill these parts in, because some of them aren't really even there. And some of these little blue spots are showing background. That really shouldn't be. But we're gonna do the top ones. Whoop. See, we still got a little line there that bugs me. Shouldn't really affect us, but look at this Smart Fill tool. I'm going to finish. You know what? I'm right here. Let me just finish all of them real quick. You got to be right on the money on those little blue. What it is you're seeing through the part. So if all works, this should work for us. All right, we got them all done. Let's group these together, Control G. Take a rectangle and move it around it. He's got his set on black. Now we need to get the Smart Fill tool and fill this in. See, there is that color, or that leak, which I don't understand how it's leaking, but we can fix that right now. What we're gonna do is now take the Smart Fill tool, set on a different color, and Smart Fill that and go down, down, down. All I'm trying to get is the shape. And that thing leaks so bad, I'm gonna have to fix it before I do it. What it is, it's two nodes just leaking out. So let's take the Smart Fill tool, just close that in, or take the shape tool. There we go, and down. I think we need that part. No, I'm going over now. I'm just going to do them all over to the side. Now we need to group this together, Control G. And this is our bitmap. So filling that in might not have worked. So here's our original. Let's take these parts and move them up and then intersect these. Move them down. There's our originals, but we still have those blue backgrounds. And we can't take the original apart. It's original picture. But because of the fact that we nudged and we haven't moved anything, we can actually take these ones we colored in. Let's get rid of that box. Take the ones we ungroup them. This is going to be really confusing. If you're confused, just stop watching. I'm hoping I nudged them the right way. I must not have nudged them the right way. Let's back up here. I might have nudged them down. So over, 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 over. That worked. Then remember we got the little spots in there. Be pretty hard to grab, but you can grab it. Over. I'm just using the right arrow key. Let's go ahead and do the rest of them. Over, over, over. This is one of those things you can't really watch where it's going. You're just kind of keeping out of the corner of your eye that it's working. Well, as long as it disappears, then it's working. So this is going to work. Only if you pick that color. Now, one thing, just thinking about that, we could grab this and you can now keep these separate and let's make them this gold. Okay. Now just remember this gold because we're going to fill this in. So let's nudge this back. Let's take let's take the original rectangle. Sorry about that. Take the original rectangle. This is really confusing. Not too many people are going to get any benefit out of this. And let's use the Smart Fill tool. No, we don't need to do the Smart Fill tool. We're just going to color that in with that gold. And then go to Object, Order, Back a Page. And that worked. Thank you. And the only difference is, if you wanted a different color, you have to nudge that out of the way. Nudge these out of the way. And then let's change this to a red, just to prove a point. Change that to red to prove a point. And then move this back over. And the blue, I pointed at the screen, the blue is now going to become red. I hope that helped him a little bit. And thank you for watching.